Kicking off 2024 with Doc Ock, Spider-Man 2, No Way Home. Let's get it. What is good, my peeps? Happy 2024 to you all. Let's hope this year brings us even greater fortune than last year and goodwill to us all. Let's jump right into it. You see what we got going on here. We're going to kick off our new year with an offering from Hasbro Marvel Legends. We have got Doc Ock from the films Spider-Man 2, as well as, more recently, No Way Home. And it's been a long time coming. Obviously, that movie, that film is 2 years old now, give or take. We're in 2024, so it's definitely at least 2 years old now. And we finally got it. Hasbro has released figures from characters from that film, No Way Home, quite recently, and they're going to release some more. We still have a few bad guys that we need to get, and probably maybe some other characters, possibly, but definitely a couple bad guys that we haven't gotten yet, namely the Lizard and Electro. But we do have the Green Goblin, and we've got Doc Ock, as you see here, and that's what we're going to be reviewing. You see the packaging in the front. This is still a remnant, if you will, of the windowless packaging. That has come to an end, but there's still some product that fell under that old regime, if you will. So, this is one of the last few that we get that we don't have the windowed packaging, so it is what it is. You see the digital rendering on the front of the figure with some artwork behind it. You see the Spider-Man 2 logo because there must be something to do with licensing or something like that. That's why it's Spider-Man 2 and not No Way Home. It is what it is. At the top, we've got the Spider-Man logo. To the side, we have some artwork of that action figure, of the figure of Doc Ock. On the one side, very good-looking image of Doc Ock there. Definitely is looking like Alfred Molina to me. Other side, we have another digital sketch of the figure. And then on the rear, we have another digital sketch of the figure, as well as the accessories that it comes with. And here's the figure of Doc Ock himself. This is how he comes out of packaging. I know I've got him tilted over. That's because with his octopus arms behind him, he is totally back heavy, and I tried to get him to stand this way so you guys could see how he looks like when he comes out of packaging, but to no avail. So I said I may as well just put him like this to get him to stand so you guys can see. But yeah, tipping him up, this is how he comes out of packaging. His arms are bendy, and you see that they're bended up that way to fit in the packaging. So that's how that's going to go down. I'm going to fade out and come back with him with the arms, going helter-skelter, whatever kind of way, so we can see how difficult or easy it is for him to stand with these arms. Prior to us doing that, though, we'll take a look at the accessories that Doc Ock comes with. He comes out of packaging with fists connected to his arms. We get an extra set of open hands, C-grip hands, kind of, so they're not necessarily C-grippers per se, but you can grasp. And the left hand, for sure, you can grasp. The right is more gesturing kind of hand. Next, we get attachments for his octo arms. These are, as you can see, they're open grasping. It's nice silvery plastic there with red paint in the center of the grapplers, I guess would be the proper word for them. Doc Ock also comes with these open grapplers, and I can tell you straight up, this is for the express purpose of being able to stand Doc using his arms, and we're definitely going to see how that works out for us. These two grapplers are technically accessories. They came separate of the other grapplers and the hands, and they also came separate apart, as in one was packaged separately from the other. I'm going to set one down. What makes these unique is that they are articulated, as you can see here. So that is very nice. And between the three sets, we can, there are loads of possibilities now for the Doc Ock arms. All right, we are back, and as you can see, I've got Doc standing. What you'll have to do for sure is obviously you can see he could stand on his own 2 feet, even with the arms. The arms are going to have to be basically, in front of him. That way it counterbalances the weight, so he won't fall backward. Because he's on his feet, the chances are very slim that he'll fall forward if you've got him basically vanilla posed like I have here. And yeah, so that is how you do that. As far as those arms are concerned, they're great. That's the first thing, nice and thick, bendy wires. You can see they're very, very tight. Stiff is a better word, but they seem to get a little bit looser as you work with them. So when you first start messing with them, you're gonna have to, they're gonna serve up a great bit of resistance, but they seem to break in, the more you mess with them. So that's pretty cool. What we're going to do now is apply the arms, or rather the grapplers, so we could see what he'll look like, and then we'll get our rotation on. So I'm going to take one of the open grapplers and apply it to the one of the arms. It doesn't matter which. They're not labeled or anything like that. You see how that looks right there, so that's cool. I'm going to apply the other one on his left side and have that going on right there. So Doc is coming together real nice. We're going to apply the flat grapplers onto the bottom pair, like so. And then the final flat grappler, we'll apply them like so. You'll note that, we'll turn these two right here, that there is no red dot at the bottom of the flat grappler. I'm assuming because they're supposed to be on the ground. If you want to have him look uniform with all red, then you apply the articulated grapplers. And of course, you could put them, mix and match them any kind of way you want. So now that we've got that going on, we can get our rotation on now. So you can see how he looks front and back. And this is very, very, very nice. Very nice indeed. We need, I know that these arms are based off of the movie style arms, but they would probably look great on a comic version, or even the quote unquote cartoon version. It's nice just to think about, but these are meant for the movie the Sony slash MCU version of Doc Ock, and it's looking very, very nice, of course. Now, going over our Doc Ock a little bit up close and personal, we got to start, of course, with the head sculpt. And you guys give me your opinion in the comment section below. But Hasbro, in my estimation, they brought it with this one. This looks like Alfred Molina for sure, the actor who portrayed Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 and, of course, No Way Home. Looking very, very nice. He's got, of course, his trademark glasses. They are sculpted on, so no, they can't be removed. But if you get close up on there, you can actually see his eyes in there. They are darker, they're shaded, but if you look carefully, you can see his eyes behind the lenses, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, he's looking good no matter what. Even on the profile, his you see one of his tentacles are getting in the way, so it's still very, very nice, very, very nice head sculpt. Looking at the rest of him, he's got this overlay, his coat. It's actually it's a two-piece coat. It's actually, he's wearing a coat and a coat over a coat, because this coat has, looks like that's supposed to be pockets right there. And then, of course, you've got the green coat that goes over it, and it's got the buttons and more pockets. So pretty nice. Black shirt there, and then the harness. This is what, part of the whole apparatus that, is with the tentacles, of course. This being a coat, you see what type of arms Doc is rocking. So I could tell you right off the bat, he's single jointed swiveling elbows. That's Hasbro's typical, when it comes to jacketed characters. It makes sense, to try to maintain the aesthetic of the jacket or the coat. Then, of course, you've got the trousers, and they're also a kind of like a drab kind of green. And then his shoes, I got to move a tentacle out of the way. They're brown, and they're laced up, but of course there's no paint to actually show differentiation between the laces and the actual footwear. And he's rocking brown gloves, as you can see right there. And in the back, the tentacles, as you can see, are affixed. So they're pretty cool right there, like that. There are 4 ports where they go in. I haven't even attempted to see if they come out. And I don't think that they do. I am not going to force the issue. As far as the articulation is concerned, you already know that the tentacles are bendy wire, so I'll bend one out now so you can see that. They are bendy wire. Head and neck are on dumbbells, so you got nice range of motion there. He can look up that much. Pretty decent considering it's a dumbbell. We don't usually get that kind of articulation. He can look down that much. Well, once again, the tentacle wants to get in the way. He can look down that far. You can tilt, and of course you can rotate 360. You can, with the arms, do beyond a T-pose, which is cool. And he could rear back that far. He doesn't have butterfly joints, but he rears back pretty decently. And of course, he's only going to go, you can scratch hand clapping. You can 360 degree it. He's got bicep swivel, the aforementioned single jointed swiveling elbow. Make sure it swivels independent of the bicep, but it can. And he's got rotating wrists and horizontal hinges. That's on all the hands. So you do have that. His waist is on a ball peg as well. So you're going to get the all-around motion. And he can bend forward. Not that much. The harness is definitely getting in the way. And the coat is definitely going to impede going back. But the articulation is there. You'll have to work it. He can side to side it, and he can rotate. As far as the legs are concerned, hips, he can spread them out very far. Not full Van Damme, but decent enough. He can kick forward. I just knocked bumped into my camera. Excuse that. He can the arms. It's the tentacles. He can kick forward that far, so he's getting a straight up 90, and he goes back quite a ways, even with the coat in there. He's got the bicep swivel, double jointed pinless knees. And as far as his feet are concerned, he can point his toe very nicely forward. But if you see what's going on with the pant leg at the top of the shoe, you're getting 0 going up. So that's kind of unfortunate. So, but this is Doc Ock, so most of the time you'll probably be trying to have him posed on those flat grapplers. He does have the ankle pivot, and you know what time it is. First time for 2024. Holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. So here we have Doc Ock on those flat grapplers on the bottom 2 tentacles, and as you can see, you can get him to stand on, but it's going to take some doing, but it can be done. It helps if at least one of the open grapplers treat them like they're, toes, and that one of them are facing forward and the other one is close to facing forward. That kind of helps with stabilization, and also have one tentacle in front of Doc and the other one behind him, and they kind of sort of will offset that way. So that's just to let you know. In terms of like trying to get him to use the tentacles totally straightened out, I haven't tried that yet, but it can probably be done. But once again, it's going to take some work. To give you an idea of the range of the bendy wire tentacles, you see I've got a Spider-Man. This is from Civil War, wrapped up in one of the tentacles and basically suspended too. So yeah, pretty sturdy. If you work with Doc, the tentacles and the articulation scheme and everything, you can get him to do some stuff pretty close to what you may imagine him looking like after you're done. So to close this one out, the Hasbro Marvel Legends Doc Ock Deluxe from the movies, plural, Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home is very, very nice. A great figure as far as I'm concerned. The head sculpt, the likeness to Alfred Molina, top notch. Hasbro knocked it out the park with that. They also knocked it out the park with the bendy wire tentacles, as well as the options we get. The flat grapplers, you can use them to have Doc stand on his tentacles, totally suspended off the ground. You just have to work with them, and it will work there for you. The tentacles are bendy enough that you can actually wrap the tentacles around a figure, as demonstrated previously when I used Spider-Man as the test dummy. And keep in mind, you will see Spider-Man wrapped up in Ock's tentacles again. I haven't gone through the latest wave of Spider-Man figures. I've got them, I just haven't done them. The holidays came, this, that, and the third, and I actually got them before I got this. The reason I started off with Doc Ock is because it's the first Marvel Legend that I received in 2024, so I wanted to kick it off with a bang like that. So I will be going over the Spider-Man wave with all the figures that comes with that. I'll also be continuing reviewing the Avengers wave that if any of you that bang with me recall, I reviewed Crystar, which was the first figure I received late last year, the beginning of December, and I've since acquired the entire wave. So what I'll probably do is one wave, then the other, zigzag back and forth until we get to the end. That is the Void build a figure wave that we'll be rocking. So yeah, this figure is very nice. It's an MCU figure slash movie figure, whatever you want to call it. So you know it gets the unique sculpt treatment, and they did pretty well. You know, you got the articulation in those arms is a single jointed swivel. That's because it's jacketed arms, and we always get that. The legs, on the other hand, they're double jointed and pinless, and they're pretty cool. And Doc is pretty easy to stand when you maneuver those tentacles to the front of his body. I had no problem standing this guy the way you see him right now. And yeah, pretty cool. His feet are big enough that you have no problem with him standing because of that. And once again, like I said, the tentacles they do make Doc Ock back heavy, but if you maneuver them to be in the front, like you see here in this final shot, you should have no problem. And I hope, speaking of no problems, that you have no problem giving a thumbs up to this review. Hope you don't have a problem subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so. No problem adding your comments below. What do you think about this figure? And any of the new Spider-Man figures, we'll be going over those. And one final thing, if you want to see another video that I upload and need to be notified, there's a notification bell down there. Hit that, notified you shall be. And once again, this is I love this figure. It's pretty cool, and it's wild because I'm not really big on my MCU figures. I mean, I get them because I'm a neurotic completionist, but I will give props where props are due, and Doc Ock deserves props. That's how it gets done.